This is Lisa Marie. Hey, ladies and gentlemen who watch. I laugh at the title because I said, why do I keep trying? Knowing that this data or the R station, this area I'm in, doesn't catch the data or the Wi-Fi. I got a whole Wi-Fi. I don't even pick up the Wi-Fi. I pick up the data. Oh my gosh. This working out is working out. Everything. Like today, I went up in my levels of my repetitions and everything hurt. This arm right here, it don't hurt, it's just tired. My arm is completely tired. Like everything in me is tired. It's just so funny to me. Hey, ladies. If you can't see me, I know this is why the title says, why do I keep trying? It's like, you probably can't see me, but can you at least hear me? Hey, Lolo, Queen Bee. Oh, I'm rolling, y'all. It's like the dedication to fitness in the way that I do it. Leos, oh my God. Maybe it's not just Leos. No, some people, some personalities, they go so hard. Hey, Miss Racy. Some personalities go so hard. Oh my God, like I am so, and it's not even hard. I'm doing what I have to do to get what I want, but I wanted to tell you something. I wanted to lay something on y'all. Like I said, if you can't see me, hopefully you can just at least hear me. This is what I want to lay on y'all. It's like you start something, right? Especially when you're spiritual, whatever that means, right? You start something thinking it's for one thing. So I started exercising and lifting weights and all that. First of all, a couple of things. One, I said to y'all publicly that I wanted a hard body. So I wanted a muscular, toned body. So you probably can't see me. It's probably blurry because, maybe. We'll see. Let me just finish. And then the second thing was I wanted a nice, thank you, darling. The second thing was I wanted a firm booty, like, oh my God, like up to the point it was a bit obsessive. So then the second part was I'm getting older and I'm, how these algorithms allow these different things to pop up. So all these old women, I'm talking about 70s, 80s, lifting weights and looking great. And it made sense to me because as a 54, going on 55-year-old woman, I noticed that, the elasticity, even in black women, is not as it was when you were 25 or 35. So it's like, it makes sense. It's good. It's resistance. And then I started with the weightlifting and really working on the arms, and that resistance that taught me so many spiritual lessons about resistance being good. It makes you stronger. It makes you go for it. It lets you know how strong you really are. And that was beautiful. Then I started doing these squats, and then I heard that, of course, if it's getting too easy, any exercise you do, anything you do, then you got to take it to the next level. So I added reps, and I see the results, and I feel stronger mentally, physically, spiritually, just feeling amazing and great. And so when I added the reps yesterday, that was my first day with the new. Yes, I got to work a little harder. It's more resistance. But you become very tired. Like, you just be so tired. It's like you get through the day well, because I'm eating great nutrition. But remember when I said to y'all, I'm going to stop telling y'all I only got 5 hours of sleep. I only got 4 hours of sleep. I only got 6 hours of sleep. I said I'm going to stop. And now I can tell you that yesterday, I got 8 hours of sleep. The night before that, about 7.5. And the reason why I'm getting sleep is because I'm doing something that actually makes me tired, which is a plus. Thank you, Shanika. I sell them on the site. This one is the GME. Shanika, do you see them rings though? The copper Africa and the unk. So now, y'all, I don't have to complain about not getting sleep. When I say I sleep good, I sleep good. And not only do I sleep good, but it's like when I sleep, I don't even call them dreams anymore. I used to have dreams, like we all do have dreams, but it's funny that I don't use this term, but it just came to me. Now I have conversations with God, conversations with the divine. Like I literally could come out of my dream. I know they call it lucid dream, but it's not even like that. Like I remember myself talking to the divine. It's not a dream, like I'm talking and he's talking back, or she's talking back, or it's talking back, or they're talking back. I'm not even kidding y'all. Like just now, I didn't even know I was going to say that, but you could hear me, like I'll be like, yeah, Like people say I talk in my sleep. Hey, Synovia. And I know that I do, but it's on a deeper level now. It's like I've never had this experience that, I mean, maybe I now understand John Walsh. It's like conversations with God. Like I'm literally talking. So it's a whole nother level of sleeping. But I noticed too that the sleep is like I enjoy the sleep. The sleep becomes like this, it's like this love affair. It's like this, yeah, I can't wait to meet my lover again in my sleep. But sleep is the lover. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the workout is so fierce. And not only do I have a fierce workout, but we have a new course, and it's called, oh my God, it's called Black African Beauty, medicinal, spiritual, and beautiful. And understanding that beauty is the side effect. It's the thing that happens when you take your medicine, when you are one with spirit. And that everything in Africa is about medicinal and then spiritual and then it's beautiful. But it's like that one course, as always, has made my life so much better. The course, the first time that the Creator gave me the name, my life changes, right? It happens every course. But then you think like, oh, I'm deciding to exercise. But no, the Spirit said, well, I gave you the course. You decided to do it, which I'm great. So I'm going to take you to all the places that's going to get you to the conclusion. Whatever that conclusion is of the course, because you don't really know, because it's run by Spirit. See, Spirit don't give you everything. They don't tell you all of it at once. It wouldn't even be fun or exciting. You just be bored. It's like watching a good movie and you watching with somebody who watched it already and they telling you every scene before it happens. That's not fun. You're going to be like, you know what, you need to go or be quiet, right? One or the other. So the exercising started off as this nice butt with the squatting, and then I start realizing that the exercise itself was doing much more than that, much more than giving me a nice butt or toned arms, although I'm enjoying all of that. It gives me clarity, groundedness. But then I started looking at squatting, and then of course it's the spiritual squat. Some call it the Asian squat, but the Africans sit the same way. Most indigenous people sit in a squatting position. And how good that the squat, so now it's not about the butt and the tone. It's about the squat as a spiritual entity, as a spiritual way. Do you know that it's great for digestion, strengthens your back and your knees? I mean, of course it's great for constipation. You won't have any. It adds years to your life. The actual sitting in a squat instead of, or standing in a squat. Let me say this. So you know how we might stand when we're sitting around or we're waiting for something? Why not squat? Can you imagine at the post office and you in a squat while everybody's lined up? Instead of you standing, you're squatting. Can you imagine that? I mean, the squat is so powerful. But I went for the vanity, that's why it's African Black beauty, medicinal, spiritual, and beautiful. The beautiful is last. Because even I still was going for the beauty. But in actuality, you gain way more. There's medicine in squat. Squatting, staying in the standing or sitting squat is medicinal in itself. But even the squatting, butt squat, back and forth, all the different ways, sumo, regular, side squats, whatever way you can name it, those are actually beneficial and medicinal as well. So the people that's in the group, the class, you can join too. You got till Friday, but join today. You don't want to miss a class, although I'll send you all the so-called missed classes. They got supplemental information. So every night they got homework. You will have homework, but it's nothing you have to write. It's just viewing some videos that I think correlates with the particular class or the topic of that day. And when I say when you're spiritual, everything is spiritual, and everybody is spiritual. Everybody is having a spiritual experience. But it's just so deep that I was saying to y'all, even on this channel, that what is all this spirituality leading us to? If everything I do, even when it's in vain, vanity, that it still leads me to the spiritual path. It's just there because there's nothing outside of the divine Most High, God, if you will. Spirit, the source. There's nothing outside, nothing, nobody, no place, no thing, nowhere that's outside of the divine. When you're in no place, when you're nowhere, when you're nobody, you are even more with the divine than when you are somebody, you are somewhere. Do you understand? Because when you're nothing, no thing, you're space and time. And that's where the divine lives, in space and time, which really doesn't even exist. It's just it's just emptiness. And it's so interesting that doing that sitting squat or the Asian squat, and we talked about the idea of emptiness, it's great. It's the position of what you do daily. We use the bathroom, we defecate, if you will, or at least we're supposed to do it daily. Daily. And so it's a releasing on a daily basis. So sitting in that position is helping you to release, because I always say this to you, as above, so below, as within, so without. It's always the same. It always brings you back to the self, back to the divine, back to your God. Always. I hope you can hear me. When I see people coming off, I realize that maybe it's not coming in good. And I just hope the voice is good, because sometimes maybe we don't have to see to see. Do you know what I'm saying? But I just, I think I just need to like record it. So yeah, my arms are like, I can't even lift my arm up properly. Like I guess I could, but so what Spirit said was, look at these cheers. I was thinking about these African cheers. If you can hear me, let me know. If you can't hear me, well, you can't let me know. But if you can hear me, let me know. Because I had like 10 people and I got one. Usually that means people can't hear, or it's blurry, or it's going out. But I was thinking about these cheers. Look at this cheer. Let's see this cheer. You probably can't because the visuals. When we go home, but the chairs won't be home. But let's just talk about it. Look at the chair. It's called the lazy chair. One person told me that she thought it was even called the birthing chair. Look at the positioning of the chair. First of all, it's low. So it's low. My knees are definitely higher than my hips, which is the position. Yeah, the introduction is bad. Thank you. It's always bad. That's why the title is Why I Keep Trying. Why I keep trying, knowing that the reception is bad. That's what that was. So, yeah, you're right. Yeah, cussing it out. Yeah, I know. Why I keep trying? Because the Spirit we want me to. I'm going to find me a cool spot in this place. I know where the spot is, but I don't want to walk all the way back there. And the person I was hanging out with is not even back there. So, but, yeah. The positioning of things matter. The way your body was made is divine. And it's very spiritual. We have spiritual bodies. We're spiritual beings. And we're actually not necessarily just in the physical body. We're in a spiritual body. The body is spiritual. That was my message for today. We'll continue hopefully tonight. I'll bring up Spirit and we will talk. I love you, ladies. Thank you for trying with me. Peace and love.